Hey Gemini, Ali from Indigo Ascension. I just wanted to, before I started your weekly quick read for the week ahead of February the 8th, I wanted just to touch base with all of the zodiacs so that everyone is aware to be mindful. If you do follow my Facebook page, many in the lightwork community may be familiar with a lot of the stuff that is happening to a lot of the tarot pages. And I just don't sort of want any followers to sort of be taken advantage of. So just be mindful that there might be messages being sent where, followers are encouraged to sort of process a registration and enter credit card details, or money might be sought where there's free readings being offered. So I just wanted to make it clear that there are currently no promotions on offer by Indigo Ascension, and the only way that I seek payments for my services and products is directly through my website when clients or potential clients process those orders at their discretion. So that is the only place that I will that is my only trading means. Okay, I don't seek finances in any other way. I currently have no promotion, so just be mindful. And if I did have free readings or competitions or anything like that, it would be widely communicated across all of my social media platforms. So I have not just Instagram and YouTube, but I've got a Facebook page as well. So if you're not following all three of those, it's a great way to sort of check all three platforms to make sure what you're receiving is legitimate. And just as a heads up as well, I don't target clients or potential clients by messaging them. But yeah, deeply grateful for the followers. That's just not my style. I leave it open for the client to be able to process their own orders through the Indigo Ascension shop. So and that website is indigo-ascension.com. Just be mindful that it is very easy to make a website appear to be a duplicate of another website, but you need to just check the URL. Same too on Facebook. It's easy to create a profile, but a Facebook business page cannot add friends, okay? So I just wanted to make everyone aware of that, Gem. All right, I've done a couple of posts on Instagram and Facebook in relation to such, but I'll maintain communications around that as much as I feel I need to, as much as it happens. Alrighty, so we are doing your weekly quick read for the week beginning February the 8th. Now, in breaking news, all this Aquarius energy continues as a stellium of Aquarius energy, which is all impacting your 9th house, Gemini, your higher house of learning, philosophy. In practical terms, it rules university studies. It's about learning something, pushing ourselves outside of our comfort zones and knowing it is time to embrace an aha moment through this wisdom classroom. Now, with this new moon in Aquarius, with Venus recently entering Aquarius, there's this stark reality to love that many of us are becoming aware of, okay? And all of this heavy Aquarian energy is encouraging each and every one of us to step outside of our comfort zones. We and we alone, Gemini, are the ones that know when we're doing things outside of our comfort zone. So if I'm doing the same old, if I'm not taking risks, and it's not about being careless, it's about doing the little things and the big things when I know and intuitively feel that it is right to do so. If I'm fundamentally wanting change, I've got to really align with what that means for me. And sometimes that means, more often than not, it means me changing something within, yeah? You guys are processing 0 card energy. The Fool card is a brand new reset. So in order to embark on this new path, Gem, it's going to require you really sort of go deep with this new philosophy on life. And maybe you've held many beliefs for such a long time and they've worked for you. Maybe you've done a lot of deep dive in 8th house energies and really dissected where all that came from as you went deep within self. 2020 was a very big 8th house year for you guys. The 8th house rules death and rebirth. It's very Plutonian, very Scorpio in nature. It encourages to get intimate with ourselves so that we can really see what drives us. After this deep searching and healing time, we're processing 9th house, and all of this Aquarian placements are really pushing you towards 9th house. On practical levels, I could be connecting with Geminis that are about to embark or really looking at embarking on studies and new beginnings, okay? So it might be because of career, so take it however it resonates. Yeah, look at this, research, watching, new beginnings and partnerships, this apprentice-like energy, okay? So that's definitely relevant for some Geminis out there. But by all means, this philosophy is going to create this zero field for you. You know, this zero field also requires you to learn something to get to that new stage, is what I do want to say. With the tarot, I want to take a look at the recent past as far as the December energy, when all this Aquarian energy started to activate, where we're currently at thanks to this new moon and Venus in Aquarius now, and the bigger story, because as we all know, Saturn is in Aquarius for 3 years. This takes us into 2023. All right, my lovely gems, you knew it was about really looking at wish fulfillment. Where was I being? God, what's the term? Like, I can think all I want and wish all I want, but it is the doing, okay? There's this travel movement, and what creates movement? What energy creates movement and action, okay? And maybe this action required you to choose peace above all else and follow your heart, follow your dreams, regardless of what you went through. And I know that when, you know, with many Geminis that were processing a lot of 8th house energies last year, it was about really getting to the depths, and they go, that's a deep healing space to be in. Where across the last 6 to 9 years have you sort of followed wishful thinking, is what I do want to say, where you sort of, you know in yourself that all this 9th house energy getting activated is about taking you to that, like, look at the 9 here. Look at the beginning here. Falling in love with life again is the goal, and that's probably the story of last year. You might not have felt like, okay, that's not even where I'm at, Ali. I'm just sort of trying to heal, especially with a lot of 8th house energy. But where you guys are now, where you're going, it's about falling in love with life again, falling in love with your path again, feeling like I'm in love with the path I'm traveling on. And that, you know, these are amazing cards, don't get me wrong. 9 of Cups, 6 of Swords, Ace of Cups. In very practical ways, I could be connecting to Geminis that are traveling for love, loving what they're doing, loving the direction they're traveling in, okay? If you're not feeling that, Gem, it's the energy that I was picking up earlier about, you know, with all of this 9th house energy being activated, it is time to embrace a learning. There's a new wisdom classroom time to embark and open up for you, and it's going to require that you choose to move towards peace. Trust that you're moving away from choppy waters. It may require travel and movement, and I could look at that in the energetic and spiritual context. Movement requires choice and action, yeah, on us, in order for you to start this new beginning. Like, I feel like I'm in very much a crossroads energy with a lot of Geminis, because I've got this 0, like there's the 9, after a 9 we get to the 0 field, and there's the 1. And in order to see that flow, as far as the steps, it's going to require the balance. Okay, 6 is the number of balance, home, hearth, family. Maybe many of you, like, you've got 2 aces not far from each other, guys. Okay, amazing cards indeed. Yeah, this 0 field energy, let's take a look at the card. It's about getting honest with self. Maybe you're connected into a Taurus. That's the second time that card's come up. So yeah, Taurus got this as well. Okay, and the past story could be linked to honesty and the lack thereof, is what I do want to say. A lot of third eye upgrades for many of you guys with this heavy placement. What's trying to come for you, for those that are more sensitive, those empaths that are following soul path, is those downloads, okay, as far as achieving your wish fulfillment, as far as reinvigorating your emotional body, your experience of love, experiencing peace after a time of choppy waters, turbulent times. That last full moon was a powerful release for you, okay? Because we are experiencing a new moon in Aquarius this week, beginning February the 8th. So it's on the 11th, okay? Maybe the recent full moon in Leo was all about releasing what was not harmonious, what was not imbalanced in the mind, so that you can move towards love. I do want, as far as the bigger story ahead, watch what you can achieve as far as healing this emotional body, your views on love, loving your life again, loving your path, loving the choices you've made, looking back and seeing everything had to happen exactly as it did across the next 3 months, okay? So this new moon in Aquarius, okay, so there's February, there's March, there's April, is what I do want to say. All right. Gone quite a long time. That was your quick read, Gemini. Hope you got something out of that. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by heading to the Indigo Ascension shop link above if you're watching on Instagram, and if you're watching on YouTube, all of those details are in the description box below. And please do like, share, subscribe, and let your other empath intuitive friends know where to find the channel. Until next week, have an amazing week, my friend.